right, welcome everyone.
Welcome, Orly.
Hi, Orly.
Oh, here she is. Oh, she's not here. Thank you. Huh?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, yes. All right, good to see you all. New Year's Eve. And guess what? I'm not going to tell you to set any intentions for next year. I'm not. Because I find that we set ourselves for failure. The gyms are full, we're gonna do all this, we're gonna eat healthy food, we're gonna do blah, blah, blah. So rather than that, let us focus about the things we already achieved this year. Okay. There is a word in yoga and it's called sankalpa. Not sankalpa, sorry, samskara. There's sankalpa too, but that's not the intention. Samskara translate as our habits or patterns of behavior. Some of those we are born with, and some of those we accumulate over time. So the practice teaches us there's different ways how to change those patterns that don't serve us. One of them is through practice, repetition, and then noticing what we usually do and what we want to change and how do we replace that. So if over time, let's say the last year, we talked about taking a pause. As you reflect through your practice, good morning, notice if you have been able to work on one of your habits and you made, even if it's 5% or 10%, see if you work towards that. And I believe that this is more positive because if we take one moment at a time, one day at a time, we create little, what do you call those, milestones? Is that the right word?
Sure.
Yeah.
Pathways.
Pathways, I don't know, some. Yes, little. Okay, and that will help us, give us a permission not to be disappointed when we didn't do those big goals that we set. So, keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and get started on our backs. Good morning, Mary. So we get in on our back, bend your knees. Bring your knees towards each other in a constructive rest. And already you achieved something this year because you're on your mat. It's something that is beneficial to connect to your mind, your body, your soul.
Is that a song that never ends?
I don't know that.
I think someone fell asleep on the board.
So take a moment to reflect into yourself, into your mat. Notice where you are, what you feel. Then already you're going to start your new year with a positive because you're already showing up. I didn't even realize it. Okay, so notice your back body, notice your breath. As you reflect on yourself, particularly physically, mentally, and emotionally, you may already know that you have a habit that you're trying to work on. And then notice if you've been working on it in the last few days, months, years, all of that. Just notice that. Maybe it's as simple as paying attention to your breath. Are you fully breathing? Expand your rib cage. And take a quick photo into your body now. Notice where you are. Where's your mind? Where's your body? Change that pattern. Create that little softness around you. And now bring your feet aligned with your hips. Press your feet down as if you were tracing your feet on your mat. And feel that energy traveling up. And now we'll find that neutral spine. So before we get there, we're just gonna align. Bring your weight towards your tailbone. So you bringing your weight down, down, down towards your tailbone. You're gonna have an exaggerated low back bend. So take your hips all the way down, down, down. All the way down. And then slowly press your hips all the way up. So this is that. Yeah, there. Breathe in all the way down towards your tailbone, towards your sit bones. And now take your hips towards the top of your pelvis. So your low back is going to be flat. And now again, anterior tilt, come towards your tailbone, towards your sit bones. Notice how your ribs are bulging, possibly exaggerated. Go all the way down towards your sit bones. That's it, Laura. And then go towards the top of your pelvis and flatten your low back. Do it one more time. All the way down to your tailbone. Breathe, feel those ribs expanding. Then I go to the top of your pelvis. Your low back is flat. Yes. And now find the center of those 2 points right on your sacrum. That triangular bone. Breathe into that. All right. Now we're going to do the cervical spine. So now lift up your chin all the way to the back wall, all the way to the back wall, like you have a grapefruit between your chin to your chest. And now bring your chin, flexion of the cervical, bring your chin towards your chest, and now you have a little plum. Notice how your ribs are poking. Don't keep your head down, Mama. If you need support, Laura, keep it down on the floor. No, it's not good. It's not. No. You want your head supported. Now lift your chin up to the back wall. Yes, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Find that grapefruit. And now bring your chin to your chest. And now notice what's happening to your spine. Now find the back of your skull, where you have a little apple between your chin and your chest. Sacrum grounded to the floor. And that's your natural spine. This is important to know, especially when you do core exercises. You notice your chin goes to your chest, and now you're throwing your pelvis into the wrong alignment. All right. From here, lift your palms up and over your heart, extend it up to the ceiling. Peel your tailbone, peel your sacrum, peel your top of your pelvis, and peel your low back. Keep your ribs on the floor in a very low bridge. And now we're going to engage and fire up those glutes. Squeeze your knees towards the midline and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hips low. Turn your palms towards one another. Press the heels of your hands and open your fingers like a big flower. Spread your fingers, just the heels of your hands. So you do an extension of those wrists. Breathe and feel. Fire up those glutes. And now slowly, slowly bring your palms together. Lengthen your tailbone and lower one vertebra at a time. Very nice. Rest over the right side. Make a pillow with your right hand. Release your hands. Come to the right. Find one block close by you. Now, shoulders aligned with your hips. Keep your hips steady. Bend your knees. And now visualize you have a band over your knees. No block yet. Inhale. And now exhale, you're just lifting your top leg using those glutes, the outer glutes. Lift your top leg from the bottom. Fire up those glutes, hold it. And then slowly squeeze it down like you have a ball between your thighs. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, lift, activating those glute medius and minimus. Keep your knees not up, but forward, Andy. Forward to the leg. Yes. And slowly squeeze it down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Keep your pelvis steady. Knee forward. Slowly lower down. Good. Now find a block between your thighs. Bend your knees into 90. Keep your pelvis steady. Bring your left hand forward. And now only from the rib cage. Bend your left elbow through your chest and open your arm to the left. Breathe. Now as you twist into the left, energetically bring your left rib cage towards the right in opposition. Breathing here. Slowly bring your head all the way forward in front of you, only from the rib cage. And on the next inhale, open your arm, bend your elbow first, take it over behind you. Now, as you're pulling that hand to the left, bring your rib cage to the right. One more time, all the way forward, inhale. Bend your elbow, open to the left. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the block out of there. Extend your left leg. Come to your right forearm. Come to your right forearm. Tuck your left toes under and now lift your left hand up and over your head. Bring your chest, your rib cage forward to the top of your mat. Follow your belly. Breathe and lengthen that left heel away from your body. Left hand on the floor, on the floor. Left hand on the floor. There. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come all the way down to your back. Hug your knees to your chest. Reorganize. And we'll go to the opposite side. Rest on your left side this time. Make a pillow with your hand. Bend your knees to 90. Keep your pelvis steady. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone. Find your little apple under your chin. And now from the outer glute, lift that thigh up, up, up. Visualize the wall is pressing you down and you're resisting. And now slowly release like you're squeezing a ball. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Hold. Keep your spine neutral. Slowly release. One more. Inhale. Exhale, lift and resist. Hug those muscles. Slowly release. Good. Find the block between your thighs. Bring your top and now keep your pelvis steady. The movement is coming from your rib cage. Bring your right hand forward in front of you. And then on the next breath, bend your right elbow, open your heart to the right. Energetically, your right rib cage twisting to the left. Breathe. Maybe your fingers, you're doing that extension. Maybe you're bringing your fingers towards the floor down. Slowly gaze forward, bring your right hand forward. Inhale. Open your heart, bend the elbow first, then extend your arm. Bring your right rib cage towards the left. Notice your habits. Remember, we take an inventory to notice if we're using the right habits to liberate us. Last time, come all the way forward. Inhale. Open your arm. Last time. Notice your mannerism. How's your mind? How's your body? And I slowly come forward, liberate your block, extend your top leg, come to your left forearm, and now reach your right fingertips forward. Cupcake your right hand, lift your chest. Draw the right heel away from your body, and now breathe into that space. Slowly release. Come to your back, hug your knees to your chest, rock and roll a couple of times. Breathe in and breathe out. And when you're ready, come into quadruped. Come all the way to all fours. Okay. So when we do plank pose, when we do down dog, okay, or any arm balancing, you want to be able to grip the mat with your fingertips, like you're clawing the mat. Okay. Now, lift your chest and push the floor. Biceps towards the top of your mat. Now, I know that we usually say knees under your hips. However, if you have a very bendy spine, look what happens. If we take the knees under the hip, for many of us, the pelvic is going to tilt. Okay? So it is much better to bring your knees further in front of your hips, and now you have more stability. All right? So bring your knees in front, a little further in, yes. And now take your left leg back behind you. Take your right arm to the right. And now take your hand behind your head. Inhale. And now exhale, bring your elbow towards your left wrist. Draw the right hip back. Slowly come up. Try to keep your pelvis steady. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Now, power your core, lift your left leg. Doesn't have to be super high, so you're not gonna throw your hips. Follow your belly. Breathe here. And now slowly bend your left leg. Fire out those glutes to reach your right hand to your left foot, if it's possible. And now resist your foot to your hand. Glutes are active. Bring your chest forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ever so slowly release your foot. Take your left knee down and come to a variation of child's pose. Walk your hands slightly forward. Breathe. See this body, how long, how long. Inhale. with exhale. Slowly come again. Come into your quadruped. Bring your knees under your, slightly in front of your hips. Claw the mat. Lift your chest. Now remember, always ask yourself, that's going to help you. Do you have a plum? Do you have a grapefruit? Or do you have an apple? You want an apple. Apple is good for you. It's always in season. Push it in. All right, here we go. This time, biceps forward. Lengthen your right leg. Your pelvis, your spine is in neutral position. Keep your leg down. Left hand behind to the left. Take your left hand behind your head. Keep your right foot on the floor. Inhale. Keep your pelvis just on the rib cage. Elbow to your wrist. Breathe. Slowly lift it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Now notice those habits. How are you changing your patterns and slowly elbow to your wrist? Go a little further. Dig in there. Breathe. Slowly come up. Slowly lift your right leg. Fire up those glutes. Open your hand to the left. Bend your right leg. Grab your foot. Step one. Engage your glutes. Resist your foot and bring your chest forward. Breathing here. Are you holding your breath? Break through those little walls and ever so slowly liberate your leg. Liberate your hand. Look at your leg under. Extend your left leg downward facing dog. Bend your knees if you need to. Claw the mat. Lift your chest. And then lift your hips. Walk your dog side to side. Good. Bring your feet together. Right leg lifts. Spread your toes, look under your belly. All 5 toes are down. With your next breath, gaze towards your right hand, bend your right knee, lift your left heel, right foot outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee down to the floor. You have blocks close by you in case you will need it for a moment. Now, inhale, glutes are active. Lift your chest. Breathe in here, lift your chest. Breathe. And now with your next breath, crooked pyramid pose. Maybe your blocks are here. Lift your left knee and draw your hips back. Lift your right toes. Quad muscles are active. Breathe. Deep breathing. Inhale. Draw the right hip back. With your next breath, drop your left knee down. Glutes are active. Open your heart. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Draw your hips back, core is active. Breathe. Slowly lower your right leg down. Move the block heel to your right foot to the center of your mat. Take your hands here and now slowly take your right leg next to the left leg. Drop your knees down to the floor and now bring your chest forward. Elbows forward, inhale. Exhale, lower down slowly. Good. Walk your knees back. Bring your hands in front of you slightly. For the first, sometimes if you have a very stiff back, that's going to be a nice way to do cobra. To bring your hands even a little bit more, inhale. And now exhale, press the heels of your hands and just lift your elbows. Now drag the heels of your hands towards your chest. Glutes are active. Slowly lower down. One more time. Inhale. Draw the shoulders back, chest forward, lift your elbows. Breathing here. Yeah. Shine it out. Bring your sternum, the breastbone, top forward, and I slowly take your hands by your ribs, tuck your toes under, push the floor up all the way to downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. And I do a down dog, variation of down dog. Walk your fingertips in front of you on the floor. If you need blocks, they're always, or you can bend your knees slightly. Now, lift your belly. Draw the shoulders back and bring your chest forward. Slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees and now grab your elbows behind you. Okay? Or some of you can just interlace your hands behind you. Open your heart, inhale, and now exhale, just forward fold. Lift your kneecaps, lift your shoulders away from your ears. And now lift your sit bones to the ceiling. Slowly breathe, gaze forward, release your hands, walk your dog. Left leg lifts, inhale, keep all 5 toes down, draw the right hip back. Gaze to the left, look at your left pinky finger, bend your left knee, come to the ball of your right foot, gracefully left foot outside of your hand. That's it. Drop your right knee down to the floor, glutes are active, hands on the inside, open your heart, inhale. Widen your collarbone. Exhale, pyramid pose, lift, maybe blocks on the inside. Lift the ball of your left foot, draw that left hip back. Follow your belly. Now the practice. How are we practicing? How do we find slowing down of the mind as we deepen our work? Are we breathing? Slowly bend your right knee, open your heart, breathe. Exhale, take it back one more time. Draw the hips with you, core is active. Slowly gaze forward, bend your left leg. Heel toe your left foot to the center of your mat. Frame your left foot, gracefully plant toes. Come all the way to your tippy toes, drop your knees down, drop your chest down. Good. Walk your knees back. Open your hands outside of your mat, cupcake your hands outside of your mat. Now glutes are active, inhale, lift your chest, draw the shoulders back. Find your apple, breathe, lift the back ribs up, beautiful, 2, 1, slowly lower down. One more time, inhale, shoulders back, exhale. Slowly release. Hands by your ribs, tuck your toes under. Go to child pose just for a moment, and then draw your hips to the right and left. So now we're going to go through a little mandala. Mandala means that we're going in a circular practice. You're going to come into your downward facing dog. right ankle over the left ankle. Gaze forward, come into your plank pose. Drop your knees down, and now turn to the right. Okay. Lift your left arm up. So you're doing a variation of side plank here. Bring your chest towards the crown of your head. So going to the right side, yeah? Now, liberate your right foot, extend your left leg out to side plank variation. Breathe. Glutes are active. From here, shift your weight to the left, ground your left foot, gate pose. Lift your right arm, lift your chest. Rather than collapsing to the left ribcage, lift your chest up, up, up. Slowly gaze to the right. Bring your right foot down. Lift your left leg, bend your left knee. Bring your left foot forward and turn your right foot back. Okay. Take your left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, rotate your right ribcage to the left. Now liberate your breathe in here. Notice your mannerism. Where are you in the body? Find ease. Slowly gaze forward. Bring your hands to the inside. Tuck your right toes under. Now we're turning everything to the right. Bend your right knee, ground your left foot. Breathe in here. We're gonna change it up. Bend your left knee, draw your hands to the left foot, straighten the right. Breathe. Okay, you're gonna find yourself at the back of your mat. Walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Lift your left heel and drop your left knee into Anjaneyasana. There you go. Keep your left toes tucked under. Lengthen your tailbone. And now extend your arms. So we're going to do a little Kapalabhati, breath of fire here. Hook your hands, hook your fingers, hook your fingers in front of you. Not interlace, but hook them. Yeah, right in front of you. And now the inhale, look at me, Mary, like so. Okay, so the inhale is going to go one way and the exhale is going to go the other way. So keep your pelvis steady. We go inhale, right, exhale, left. Inhale, right, exhale, left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Use your core. Inhale, yes, I know. And 3, change. 2, change. 1, change. Good. Bring your hands to runner's lunge. Lift your left leg. Follow your belly. Bring your hands to your heart center. And now start to bring weight to your right foot as you lift your left foot off the floor to top of the tree. Deep breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift your chest. 1, bring your left foot next to the right foot, chair pose. Lengthen your tailbone. Slowly push the floor, come all the way up. Into your heart center. Take a moment, breathe. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, walk your legs back. Come all the way to your tippy toes, lower down, whether your knees are down or not, you decide. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left ankle over the right. Left over right. Shift your weight forward to plank pose. Bend your knees down. Shift your weight to the left. Lift your right arm up. Side variation. So feet are still together. Bend, bend, bend. Good. Now ground your left foot down, extend your right. Lift your hip height. Now think about your weight going towards your right foot. Shift your weight all the way to the right, gate pose. Lift your spine tall, breathe here. Lift your ribcage more than your arm. With your next breath, gaze to the left. Bring your left hand down, lift your right leg. Bend your right knee, bring it forward. Good. Take your right hand behind your head. Lengthen your chest forward, core is active. Open your heart to the right. Left ribcage towards the right inner thigh. And now lift up your arm. With your next breath, gaze down. Both hands on the inside. Lift your left knee off the floor. Turn everything to the left, Skandasana variation. Keep your right foot grounded. Bend your left knee. Now draw the left hip back. Ties your core. Ties your chin. Slowly take everything to the right. Bend your right knee. Breathe. Bend the right knee. Miriam, the opposite arm. Right knee bends. Yeah. And now turn everything to the left, to the top of your mat, into runner's lunge, and now drop your right knee down. Tuck your toes under. Glutes are active, lift your chest. So take your foot a little further back, so you support it. Good. Lengthen your tailbone. Don't look so serious. Think of your
Serious
muscles.
business. This is serious business.
It's not serious business. It's how we make it in our mind. Okay. Leg fits with your hand, inhale. And now we're gonna go like a little boxer, okay? Right to the left, left to the right, and we're using our breath of fire. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 3, 2, 1. Bring your left foot up. Yeah, lift your right knee up. Lift your belly. I know I did that in my history. Okay, now lift your hands to your heart center. Bring your weight to your left. Drag your right foot off the floor until you come to your top of the tree. Chest forward. Don't let your belly hang out. Breathe. Shoulders away from your ears. 2 and 1. Bring your right knee next to the left knee. Inhale. Weight back. Weight back. Breathe. Follow your belly. 2 and 1. Push the floor. Freedom. Hands to your heart center. Take a moment. Breathe. Take a little water break if you need it. Are we warm? Doing okay? Doing okay?
I like the punching part, that was good.
All right. Well, stress release, you know? And be careful. All right. So come to the top of your mat. Grab your left wrist. Inhale. Now keep a little bend in your elbows so the lift is coming from your wrist. And now on the exhale, lift your chest all the way over to the right. Now bend your left knee a little. So now you're drawing the left hip down. So the hip is going down, the ribcage is coming up. And notice how everyone gets so serious when we do that. It's too much focus, right? Can we change the patterns? Can we tame that nerve system and tell the nerve or the mind, we can do this? Breathe. Shine your light through those little obstacles. And I slowly leave them. With your your hands to shoulder rolls. Inhale, lift your arms up. Grab your right wrist, bend your elbows just a little bit. Inhale. And now exhale, lift and bend to the left, bend your right knee. And now draw the right hip down to the floor, bend your right knee even more and draw the right hip. Now notice what happened to your jawline. What happened to your apple? Do you have an apple or a plum? Breathe. Now lift your spine a little taller. Slowly come up. Shoulder rolls. Bring your hands to your heart center. It's as simple as that, trying to balance the doing that little quiet. Okay, so now we're gonna lift it up a little notch, or you're gonna stay in that modified way that I showed you. Okay, so lift up. Oh, wait. One block forward, just in case, one block back. Okay, I'm gonna show you before you go because it's too much going on when you're already challenged, okay? So, at one point, you'll be coming from this crescent pose variation to warrior 3. For some of you, warrior 3, it's not swam, it's very difficult pose. Okay, you could just keep that right foot down there, but the standing leg is strong. Some of you can just help yourself here. Okay, we're gonna go to figure 4. And if that's too hard, you're gonna go to tree pose. Figure 4, you can stay upright, you can come down the elevator, draw those hips back. Some of you can even grab the block with one. It's really very nice on the hips, but I'm shifting my weight back. Push. Okay, so you have options. Warrior 3 can be here. It can be here. Good? You excited?
Yeah.
All right. Lift your palms up. All right. Top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, walk it back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up. So chaturanga is a low push-up, not high push-up, down. Inhale, cobra or up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right ankle over left. You've been here before. Gaze forward, plank pose. Drop your knees or not, go over to the right side. Lift your left hip up. Breathe, lift those hips. Breathe. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Turn your left palm up and over your head. Press the outer bend of your left foot. Breathe. Lift your left leg. Side plank. Now shift all your weight to the left. Come all the way to gate pose. Breathe. Gaze to the right, right hand down. Lift your left leg. Bring your left foot forward. Easy twist. Lift your right knees and touch. Follow your belly. Now listen, drop your right knee just for a moment. Lift your right arm up, up, up. Lengthen your torso and now take your right tricep outside of your left knee. Make a fist with your right hand. And now bring the left palm over. Draw the left hip, bring your right rib cage. Stay here or lift your right. Follow your belly, do a little crunch with your front foot. That's gonna open your chest a little more. Now, here is a moment where you're holding and your habits are sneaking up, or you're gonna shine through. Slowly liberate your hands, turn everything to the right, Skandasana. Bend your knees, breathe. Turn it to the left. Okay, we're gonna turn everything to the right into runner's lunge. Remember, your left knee can always be down, hollow your belly, come to the ball of your left foot, lift that left heel, crescent pose. A little bend in the left knee is gonna keep your hips happy. Lengthen your tailbone. Breathing here. Now take your right hand behind your left thigh, revolve your crescent. Lift your chest, lift your back close. Keep breathing, this is your growth. When we challenge, we shine the light brighter. All right, slowly gaze forward. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bring that left foot in a little bit. Virabhadrasana 3, lift your left leg up, or the variation I showed you, you can always keep your left hand on the floor. 3, 2, 1, bend your right knee, lift your chest up. Tree pose or figure 4, awkward chair. Breathe here, draw those hips back. Can you breathe in? 3, lengthen your tailbone. 2, and 1. Push the floor, feet together. Lift your thumbs up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plank pose, lower down, chaturanga. Breathe. Inhale, cobra or dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left ankle over right. Gaze forward, plank pose. Lift your chest. Take it over to the left. Your left knee can always be on the floor. Lift your right palm up. Breathing here. Drop your left knee down to the floor. Turn your right palm over your head. Breathe. Rotate the left rib cage towards the ceiling. Lift your right leg up. Raise your breath. Remember why you're here. Beyond the workout. Drop your right foot, shift your weight to the right. Gate pose. If that was a situation in your life, how will you untangle that from a place of compassion, wisdom? Slowly drop your left hand down. Gaze forward, bring your right foot forward. Lift your left knee up. Easy twist. Lengthen your spine first, then rotate your left rib cage towards your right inner thigh. Glutes are active. The rotation is from your rib cage. Breathe. Slowly drop your left knee down to the floor temporarily. Now lift your left palm up. Cross it over. Cross, cross, cross. Lengthen the torso. Make a fist with your left hand and bring your tricep outside. Take your right hand over. Step 1. Now hollow your belly. Do a little crunch with your front ribs to rotate a little more. Breathe here. Stay or lift your left leg. Keep lengthening your spine tall. Now, how can you calm your mind in this place? 3, 2, slowly gaze forward. Bring your hands inside. Turn everything to the left. Skandasana. Maybe you go a little lower. Now your hips are open. Take your hands down. That helps. Breathe. Shift your weight over to the right. Shift your weight over to the left, turn everything to the left into your runner's lunge. Lift the right heel high, like you have high heels. Hollow your belly, crescent pose, back to the mat, back of your mat, back of your mat. You're gonna be to the back of your mat. Yes. Left foot forward, right foot back. Micro-bending your right knee to keep your pelvis happy. Breathe in here. Left hand behind your right thigh. Revolve your crescent. Lift your back ribs up. 2, 1. Slowly gaze forward, hands to your heart center. Walk your right foot slightly forward. Stay here or lift your right leg or find your hand on the block. Breathe. Both muscles are active. Slowly bend your left leg, lift your chest up. Tree pose or awkward chair, figure 4. Ha, 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 ha. Flex your foot, inhale. Draw your hips back, exhale. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Ah. Hello. You want the fan on a little? The fan is on here. Breathe here. Take a moment. Yes. Take a little break. Yeah. All right. How we doing? You surviving there?
Great. You say that, but you wonder.
Okay. All right, listen, we have one more little fun something. And it's gonna look like that. We're gonna give you options, okay? Always options. One block here. We will just watch for a second. You're gonna be in this little 5-point start, so toes are out. So here's the thing, I've been analyzing this pose for a long time, because that's a hard one. For a lot of us, those hips don't want to go this way. So what happens when people do this, you see what happens here in my pelvis, I lost all my spine. See? Now I have this big banana shape. Okay, so better you lengthen back of your scalp. Better to stay higher until those tendons start to relax a little. Okay, frontal ribs are down. When you get fatigued, come up a little. Inhale, lengthen. Rather than do this. All right, so open, just like that. Then we're gonna come here. We're gonna bend, we've done this many times before, right? We'll be to that Skandasana variation. But this time I'm gonna hook my right elbow behind my right thigh. My block is here. Shift my weight and then I'm gonna take this leg back. But there is more. Stay here. That's option. Lower your leg, now shift your weight to the left. Core active. Lift your leg up. Oh, variation of bird of paradise. And be nice, because the full pose, you don't want to go there. All right, so, but before we do this, so we're here. And now we're gonna open, oh, feels so good. All right, so let's go. Turn your toes out where you can see me. Take one hand behind your head. Back of your skull, not the base of your skull, but the back of your skull. One hand through the front lower ribs. Open your feet a little wider, turn your toes out, like Mary Poppins. Inhale.
Like Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins. And now lengthen your tailbone. Keep that spine, those ribs want to pop out. Bring them back. Keep breathing. And now shine a light through those attachments around your thigh muscles. Yeah, right there. All of that. And then slowly come. Don't look so serious. Watching. Inhale.
Is everyone else serious?
No, it's just you. Breathe. Just you, Andy. Okay, now notice those front ribs, lengthen your tailbone, come up a little if you need to. For 3, breathe 2, in 1. Slowly come up, turn your heels back. From the creases of your hips, you're coming forward. Good. You have one block in front of you. Bend your right knee. Take your left hand to the floor just for a moment. Bend your right elbow and lift it up to the ceiling. Bend the elbow, bend the elbow, bend the elbow. Bend it, keep it bent. Elbow to the ceiling. Yeah, just lift your elbow. You feel that in the rib cage? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Open. Now slowly gaze forward. Take your hand to the block. Bend your right knee and hook your right elbow. Core is on fire. Gaze forward, shift your left leg behind you, like you're doing a runner's lunge. Okay, stay here, or you're gonna lift your left leg. Gaze forward, no down. Draw the right hip back. 3, 2, 1. Drop your left leg to the left. You can stay here or shift your weight to the left hand on the hip, and now slowly power to the left to lift your right leg off. Yeah, don't look at anyone because you're gonna fall. Breathe and lift your chest. This is already plenty. And now maybe you just extend any amount, doesn't matter. 3, that's it, lift your chest off. And 1, slowly release. Remember, we only grow through the challenges. I know, look at it. Shake it off. Thank you for coming today.
That's our happiness.
All right, side B. Find a little Mary Poppins once again. Repetition, repetition. Open mind. You can do this. Left hand behind you. Right hand through the front. False ribs. Lengthen your tailbone. Go down the elevator, maybe just 1 inch. Really. Now, can you do that with a lightness in your heart? Maybe even a smile. Push and come up. One more time. Acknowledge where you feel the stickiness. Look at it and breathe into it. Breathe in. Slowly push and come up. Turn your heels out. From the creases of your hips, forward fold. Good. Bend your left knee, right hand down on the floor. Bend your left elbow open to the left. Breathe here. Lengthen your chest forward. You have an apple, you have a plum, grapefruit. Fruit of the season. Fruit of the season. Slowly come back down. Good. Find your block. Take your left hand behind your left thigh. Hook it and lift your chest. Core is on fire. Take your right leg behind you into runner's lunge. Now push the floor. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift your right leg up. Glutes are active. Gaze forward, no down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend your right leg to the mat. Stay here or shift your weight to the right. Core super active. Lift your left foot up. Oh, one side is always wobbly. Maybe right hand comes up. Glutes are active. Maybe you extend any amount for 3, 2, 1. Lower and release and shake it off. I'm done with the hop, and the left. Come on down. Let's find our spine again. Let's just reset that spine. Take a moment for quiet. Samskaras, the patterns of our behavior. And notice, and through the repetition of the practice, we catch ourselves doing the same habits again and again. And if we try to minimize them, we try to catch them quicker. And we also learn how to find that peace a lot faster. People that don't have that mindfulness or even the awareness, those tools, live in this sympathetic nervous system, the go, 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 the stress, the tension, all the time. Then disease, anxiety, depression, all of that comes involved. So the practice teaches us to take a little moment. Slowly find your strap. If you need a block under your head, please go ahead and do so. And one block will be on the side. So you have just one little loop here to look for. You don't need a block for your head. You don't need to put it. And as the right foot goes over the ball of your foot, and now what I want you to do is flex and point, flex and point your ankle. Flex and point, flex and point. Now with your next breath, you're gonna take the block, one block outside of your right thigh if you need it. Grab the strap with your right hand, elbow as straight as possible, and now open your right leg to the right and extend your left leg in a V position. All right, like in a V position. Yeah. If your left leg, left hip is really floating off, I'll come over and give you a block under your left foot. That brings the floor a little closer to you. See? Okay. Breathe and lengthen the, flex both feet, breathe. Okay, now scan your body. Where can you relax into? Deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Try to soften your mannerism here. Relax your shoulders. Replace the muscles contraction with your breath. Open your mouth. Breathe in. Soften your heart. For some of you, maybe a microbend in the right knee. And now slowly, slowly come up. Stay here. Bend your left leg and scoot your hips to the right. Extend your left leg out. Then I'll find your block somewhat on the left in case you need it. Change your hand. Now your left hand is grabbing. Take your right hand to the crease of your right thigh. And now bend your right knee and travel over to the left. You can stay with your knee bent. You can straighten your leg and see if you can find a block even on the tall setting. Keep lengthening the right hip. Breathing here. Keep breathing to the right hip. Straighten your left elbow. That means come closer to the strap. breathing here. So open your jawline. Once in a while, you can bend your knee a little, lengthen the hip, and then down. Keep breathing. Soft. Don't go to war with your body. Do not go to war with your body.
Go on my side.
Yeah, like that. No. You can. Breathing here. Beautiful. Slowly come back home. Release the strap. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a moment. Be mindful of all the tension, the toxins you were able to release. Because we're taking a moment here, even though we were challenged, I always say how lucky we are that we can be here on the mat. We can be challenged by choice. And as long as we can be challenged by choice, we're lucky. And we have to be grateful. And that's the goal. Not what we're going to do tomorrow, or the next month, or next year, but right now. Slowly find the strap on your left leg. Straighten your elbows if possible. And now flexion and extension of your ankle. Keep your sacrum grounded. Notice again all those little things. Are you on your tailbone? Are you more on the top of your pelvis? Change it. And then with your next breath, maybe a block outside of your left thigh. Take your left hand to the strap and now open that left leg to the left. Extend your right leg in a V position. If your right thigh is miles off the floor, then place a block under your right shin and I'll come and help you if you need it. Breathe. Breathing here. Round that right hip down. Flex your foot. Breathe. Good job. Relax the grip. Don't go to war with your body. Catch yourself. Catch yourself. Round your hips down. Now you're having a conversation with what you feel. You're shining the light. You're breathing into it. Job. Breathe, use your breath, use your breath. And then scan your body. Notice your samskaras, your habits. Can you change something? Can you soften something? Notice your jawline, your creases, your mindfulness, your breathing. How's your breathing? If I took a photograph of you, will you look relaxed or tensed or angry? Or see some changes, that's good. Have an internal smile into what you feel. Slowly bring the leg up. Bend your right knee to the floor. Scoot your hips to the left. Good. Grab the strap with your right and push away. And now, yeah, you can use that. Nice to use that mic. Breathe. And now shine your light where you feel you need to be. Breathe, use your medicine, use your breath. And remember, just breathe. Like you're the balloon here. Keep breathing in there. Try to relax into that tissue. Yes. Keep breathing. Okay. Breathe. Soften. Now listen, stay where you are. Just micro bend in your left leg a little. Yeah. And then on the exhale, belly in, lengthen the hip first. Very straight and the knee last. Belly, hip, knee. Slowly, slowly come back home. Release it. Hug your knees to your chest. Breathe. All right. Come to a seat. Put your left shin in front of the right shin. If that's too difficult for your low back, then you can roll your mat and sit, or if you have a yoga blanket, you can sit on your sit bones. Take your right fingertips behind you. Lift your left palm up, inhale. And now exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Lift your spine forward again from the ribcage rotate. The front lower ribs are doing a little crunch, and then rotate a little more. Like we did in the beginning of class, as you rotate into the right, your right ribcage internally rotates into the left. Slowly gaze forward. Keep your left hand. Take your right hand behind your head. inhale. And now exhale, open to the left. Just bend to the left. Round the hip. Now lift your chest tall. Lift your back ribs. Breathe. Slowly gaze forward. Listen. Bring your right elbow, core is active, right elbow towards your left knee. It doesn't touch, but just breathe and lengthen. Draw the back ribs to the back wall. Now, I don't want you to have a plum, I want you to have an apple. Breathe and draw the right back ribs to the back wall. Breathe in here. Slowly come up. Listen. Take your hands behind you. Take your feet here. Turn your palms sideways. Now we'll do a little tabletop just to counteract that. Inhale. Widen your collarbone. Tuck your chin under first. Lift your hips. And now find your apple. Breathe. Lift your hips. 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your tailbone slowly. Right shin in front of the left. Take your left fingertips behind you. Lift your right palm up again. Take it over to your left knee. Lift your ribcage up. Rotate to the left. And as we gaze to the left ribcage internally rotating to the right. Use your breath. Slowly gaze forward. Lift your left palm, take the hand behind your head, inhale. And now exhale, open and side bend to the right. But lift your ribcage, lift, yeah. Feel that space in your mid-back. How are your habits? Can you refine? Can you let go? Can you change something? Now inhale, gaze forward. Core active, exhale any amount, elbow towards your right knee and draw those left back ribs to the back wall. Breathe into that awkward place, but it's necessary. Slowly release it. Let's open your legs wide. Supavishta Konasana. Turn your hips internally, so move any skin from there. What muscles are active? If you need blocks to be in front of you, even just like so, that's okay. You don't have to go far. One behind you. Yeah, it was mine. Yeah, you have 3 blocks. It's okay. Yeah, it's over. All right, you can be here. Core is active, okay? But you can also be here. See? And then press your sit bones down. Breathe. Huh? Stop it.
He picks up good timing.
So when you're in your zone, you don't even hear that noise.
What noise?
That's right. See? Well, that's the goal. The goal is to be in the midst of the chaos. Isn't that what we're teaching? Be in the midst of the chaos, but you're in your own zone. So breathe. Okay, don't drop your head down now. You don't want to see any clowns. They're out of season. Find your after. Breathe and lengthen. Glutes are active. Breathe into your back body. And then you catch yourself doing something you're not supposed to, so change it. How deep is your breath? Like the beaches, how deep is your love? Breathe in. And again, you may have lost your habits again, got lost in them, change it. Slowly come back. Come all the way to your back. a one supported bridge or sleeping tiger, which is or wheel pose or shoulder stand, any pose that works for you. If you're doing sleeping tiger, lift your palms up, it's an inversion. Close your eyes, take a moment, allow, relax the knees a little, and allow that blood flow to come down to your heart. Breathe.
7.
Breathe. Then you relax your knees. And now catch yourself tensing up and change that. Use your breath. And wherever your light is shining, that's where your breath is going. And you're peeling layers of tension off your body. Elbows in, Mike, elbows in, elbows in. Squeeze those elbows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now use your deep core.
Watch out.
I'm here. Legs to 90 degrees. Drop your legs down to 90 degrees. Use your core.
Oh,
Yes, there. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yeah. Push. Nice. 2, 1. Slowly release. Move the block out of your way. Again, hug your knees a little bit. And find your favorite way to get into Shavasana. If you have something to cover with, go for it. Breathe in and breathe out. And the last day of the year, take a moment to be proud of you for showing up today, for being here. Take a moment to enjoy the benefits of your practice, your work. Oh my goodness. Did it. I had the wrong shirt today, the wrong sports bra, the wrong everything.
yeah, me too.
I'm here. So take a deep inhale. And now appreciate that breath. And allow that permission of yourself to let go, to melt into the mat. And it goes in layers, one layer after another. Notice the rise of your breath. And every time you're breathing, visualize all of those energy channels in your body, free of obstacles. So with every breath, you're shining a light through your feet, all the way down to your feet, to your fingertips, to the crown of your head. Touching every cell in your body. And with every cell that you touch, there's a little light, a crystal light that shines up within you. And with every exhalation, you're exhaling out peace and gratitude. When you find your habit sneaking up on you, shine the light. You find that deep peace. As you reflect on last year, with every breath, can you think of something you did that benefited you? And with every exhalation, you're letting go of something you're shedding off that doesn't serve you any longer. And as you bring your hands to your heart center, every time we come here, it feels familiar, yet it feels new and renewing. Every time we connect to our inner heart center, we find guidance and balance and strength. So breathe into that space. As you bend your knees towards your chest, when you're ready, roll over to fetus pose. Take a moment in fetus pose. If you like to put a block under there. And if that was the only time today, we're going to have this opportunity to surrender. So soften your muscles. What does it really feel to surrender? As if you're loosening the buckles of your being and allowing that breath to free your mind, your body, your soul. And how can you get to that place of strength to be okay to surrender when other people expect you to show and do more? How can you say, I'm okay right here? With that, push the floor and come up to a seat. With all the challenges of what we go through the year, we all have better days. Some days are not so good, but we're still here and we're still together as a community, supporting and pulling each other. So let us celebrate last year with the light and the darkness. Let us use our wisdom to allow us to move forward. Wish you all a very happy new year. And see you next year in Yin Yoga. Namaste. Good. Worked out. Thank you. Bye-bye.